Hello and welcome. This is Roger Weston, author of The Recruiter and other anti-terrorist novels, with breaking news. Iran strikes Israel, which is an escalation of building what's building up into World War III, which has actually been underway for some time, according to the way I see it. Current war was provoked on October 7th, 2023. Now you can say it's been going on for years, but really it was provoked on October 7th when Hamas terrorists poured over into neighborhoods, peaceful neighborhoods in Israel, literally raped, pillaged, and butchered children, women, and children in neighborhoods, just like suburbs. Defenseless people, and then killed over 1,000 people, took hundreds of hostages back. There's still around 124 hostages lost somewhere down in the snake holes under Gaza. So far, proxies have been emphasized in this war: the Hashabis, the Houthis, the Hamas, Hezbollah, Ukraine. From the U.S. point of view, using Ukraine as a proxy against Russia. So it's sort of the way this war is playing out. This World War III playing out, like a chess game where the big players are moving their chessboards around. In this case, the big players being United States, using Ukraine as a chess player. Iran is using their proxies, the Hezbollah, the Hamas, the Houthis, in order to launch their attacks for them until now. Now Iran is making direct attacks as we sit here. Missiles are in the air, and this is unfolding. So earlier this evening, massive waves of missiles were fired from Lebanon into Israel. So far, at least 3 waves of drones have been unleashed against Israel, direct from Iran. For the first time since the Gulf War in the 1990s, Israel is on complete state of alert across the entire country. Rocket alert sirens are sounding from north to south. So this is a big deal. Hamas rockets, October 7th, gave Israeli citizens sometimes seconds or minutes to respond because they were so close. The difference here is that they're being fired from Iran, so that Israelis have up to 2 hours or more in order to respond and react and hopefully take out these drones and missiles before they land, killing innocent Israelis. Now, GPS services they've been disabling GPS services in Israel since October 9th. How they do it is classified, but they have GPS jammers. And so what that means is, well, we'll see what it means. Does it work? Are these drones going to become ineffective because the GPS in Israel has been shut down? We'll see what happens. But so far, there have been drones that have fallen down short of Israel. They've crashed down before they even got to Israel. And so we'll see what happens with that. The Shahed drones that Israel has been selling to Russia for use against the Ukraine, these are GPS-guided drones. And these are the ones they're also firing against Israel tonight. Also, multiple drones have been shot down by air defenses. And also, you've got the U.S. and Britain firing down missiles and drones, aiding in the defense of Israel. And they've destroyed the U.S. and Israeli and British jets have taken out numerous drones in the first wave, but we got a couple more waves coming. So it's going to be a long night in Israel. How much damage could one of these drones do? If it strikes your house, you're not going to be living there for any time soon, and probably the house is going to be a bulldoze. You're going to have to bulldoze it and rebuild it at that point. It's going to be wreckage. It may be partially standing, but it's not going to be like it completely disappeared. If one of these drones hits an airport, it might take out several planes, but it's not going to take out the whole airport. Compare that with ICBMs, which can take out entire blocks, entire city blocks. So the cruise missiles are coming. Iran is holding back on those to some extent because they want to. The plan is to overwhelm. Israel has the David Sling or the Iron Dome air defense system. So the strategy is send in all the cheaper drones and overwhelm the air defense systems. And then when that happens, then in theory, it's going to take a couple hours to reload all the launchers for the next wave. So, Iran's plan is to overwhelm the system, and then when Israel's reloading all the Iron Dome defense systems, they'll sneak the ICBMs and as much as they can get past into Israel and cause as much death and devastation as possible. While Israel's reloading the launchers. However, on the other hand, Israel's had they've known this is coming, so they've had some time to prepare. So in all likelihood, they've moved the reloads closer to the launchers so that they can respond more quickly. I'm sure they've thought this through. So Israel is expecting waves of missiles to arrive around 4 to 5 a.m. 150 drones will arrive against Israel in the next 9 hours. You've got 150 drones on their way to Israel right now, and they're spread out over the next 9 hours. So this is going to be ongoing. Staggered waves of death and destruction sent towards Israel thanks to Iran. Now, this is the first time since the Gulf War that the U.S. Air Force has been in direct fight against Iranian Air Force, missiles, etc. Since the Gulf War. So this is a big escalation. We haven't seen anything like this since the Gulf War, at least that we know of. The U.S. has, of course, recently shot down Houthi missiles, but that's one of the Iranian proxies. Soon we'll be seeing direct strikes by Iran. Soon there will be direct strikes in Iran by the IDF, Israel Defense Forces. And we know that because Israel Defense Forces told us that. They said, look, Iran, if you fire missiles from Iran at Israel, we will respond, and there will be direct strikes in Iran. So that's coming. So is this World War III? Yeah, this is it. This is we're moving into it. It may not be the full out. It may not be the same kind of war we saw in World War II. Right now it's the proxy, but once we see the major powers fighting each other, then that'll be a new phase in the war, and it's escalating right now. You've got two major powers, Iran and Israel, fighting each other, and we've got USA actively in the fight against the Iranian air attack. So it's ramping up. So it's midnight after. It'll take from 2 to 9 hours for these waves of missiles to attack. Now this is interesting. Jordan, Egypt, and Lebanon have shut down their air defense systems. Iran has said to all Arab countries, any Arab countries that allow Israel to fly across their airspace, Iran will go after that country. So Iran is using terror and threats in order to shut down Israel's ability to respond. So they want to send in all their missiles and all their drones, and then say you can't respond, and anyone who lets them respond is going to come under attack also. And therefore, Jordan, Egypt, and Lebanon have shut down their airspace. Iran has warned they will attack any Arab country that opens that airspace. So that's hanging over the airspace as well as the threats. Now, what does that mean? It means that Israel doesn't have an easy way to strike back. Israel would have to fly through the Gulf of Aden down to the Indian Ocean and up through the Persian Gulf, and in order to pull off something like that, you'd have to refuel in flight. It's a big deal, and it's a harder. They could do it, but it's a little tough. Now the jets would have to be refueled, but now Israel has one strategy and one tactic that they can use in order to counteract this. they happen to be one of the only countries in the world with F-35 fighter jets. Now, other than the F-32 Raptor, the F-35 is one of the most advanced fighting jet in the planet. It's extremely advanced, and it would be easy. It could defeat all air defenses without being seen. So they could bypass that roundabout route, go across enemy or close down airspace, make the attacks because no one will even see it. The USA has the F-32 Raptor, which is almost invisible. So there are ways to fight back against Iran, and I think we're going to see that possibly in the next 24 hours. So subscribe for updates, and God bless you. Pray for Israel, and good night.